Imagine this. You haven't spoken to your older brother in 17 years. Not since your parents died, not since the fights, the hatred, and the total silence. Then one day, he calls. You reconnect. You talk for months. He tells you things about your childhood that destroy everything you thought you knew. You agree to pick him up from the airport. He's sitting right next to you in the passenger seat of your car. And then your phone starts ringing. It's him, but he's calling from the hospital, telling you he never got on the plane, telling you not to take the man in your car anywhere. My name is Max, and this is the story of the day my brother called me from the hospital while he was sitting right there in my car. Blake and I hadn't spoken in almost 17 years. He was the older one, 6 years older than me. He always treated me like a kid, and our parents, I think he hated them. When our father died, Blake flat out refused to come to the funeral. He screamed at our mother. He told me to go to hell for always taking their side. I was furious with him for years. When Blake turned 18, he left home. I stayed behind and took care of our mother as her health declined. 10 years later, when I was 22, she passed away too. The worst part? When I called Blake to tell him Mom had died, he said she deserved it. He didn't come to her funeral. Years passed. I thought I'd never hear from him again. But then came the day at the lawyer's office handling our parents' will. Blake showed up out of nowhere. I lost it. I attacked him verbally, then physically. We got into a violent fight right there. Police were called. It was ugly. After that, the old house was sold and demolished. Blake disappeared again until one ordinary day, my phone rang. I assumed it was the delivery guy, but when I answered, I heard a voice I hadn't heard in nearly 2 decades. Hey, little brother. Over the next 6 months, Blake and I talked every single week. At first, it was awkward, but slowly, we started opening up. He began telling me things about our childhood that I had never known, things that completely shattered my memories. He said our parents had tortured him. They starved him. They locked him in the basement for days at a time, tied him up, wouldn't even let him use the bathroom. Our mother beat him with a leather belt almost every day. Our father would choke him until he passed out. I didn't believe him at first. I thought he was still trying to destroy our parents' memory. Until one video call, he showed me the proof. His back, his arms, his legs, covered in old, horrible scars from the whippings. And on his left hand, the joint on his index finger was missing. He said our father had cut it off with pruning shears when he was just 10 years old. Hearing that broke something inside me. The parents I remembered as loving and kind had done this to my brother. How did I never notice? How did I live in the same house and see nothing? We kept talking. Blake told me he'd lived in South Korea for a while, got married, had a daughter, but it fell apart. He was almost 50 now, and he was sick, heart problems. One day he asked if he could come see me in person. He wanted to tell me the full truth face to face, before it was too late. I agreed. He booked a flight, and he asked me for one thing. Max, please pick me up at the airport. The day finally came. I was a nervous wreck all morning. My wife and kids practically pushed me out the door. I drove to the airport, heart pounding. When the plane landed, I waited at the exit, and then I saw him. The angry young man I remembered was gone. In his place walked an exhausted, worn-down older man. The years and the pain were carved deep into his face. "Max," he said softly, "it's been a long time, little brother." We hugged. Not a full embrace, but it was something. I took his bag and we headed to my car. During the drive, we talked, really talked, like actual brothers for the first time in our lives. Then Blake said something that surprised me. "Max, could you take me to our old house? I just want to see it one last time. Get some closure." I told him I needed to swing by our apartment first. I'd left my work phone behind. He agreed to wait in the car. I parked in front of the building, told him I'd be quick, and ran upstairs. I grabbed my phone and was heading back down when it suddenly started ringing in my hand. It was Blake. I answered, smiling. "Blake, I'm coming right now. I'll be there in a second." But the voice on the other end sounded completely different, weak, exhausted, and in a hospital. "Max, where are you?" "I'm coming down to the car, man. You're sitting right there waiting for me." There was a long silence. Then Blake said the words that stopped my blood cold. "Max, I never got on the plane. I got sick this morning. I'm at the hospital right now. I've been trying to call you for hours." I froze in the elevator. "Blake, what the hell are you talking about? You're sitting in my passenger seat right now. I just left you there." His voice became desperate. "Max, listen to me. You cannot take him back. Promise me. He can't go back to that house." He started coughing violently. I could hear doctors and machines in the background. "Max, my heart, please, promise me you won't take him back." Then a loud thud. The line went dead. My hands were shaking as I walked out of the building toward my car. There he was, sitting perfectly still in the passenger seat, staring straight ahead, not blinking. I looked down at his left hand resting on his leg. The index finger was completely intact. All 5 fingers were there, no missing joint. If that wasn't Blake sitting in my car, then who the hell was it? I still don't know what was sitting in my car that day. I don't know what happened after that call. But I can tell you this: I never took him to the old house, and I haven't slept properly since. If you've ever gotten a call like that, comment below, because I still check my phone every single time it rings. Who was he? What do you think was sitting in the car? Comment your theory below. Subscribe for more terrifying stories. New horror narration every week.